And for me, it was like, okay, one day I could possibly be a painter. And then of course my immigrant dad was like, actually, no, you're not. You have to go study and do math. So my dream didn't really turn out that way, but I totally get, where the idea of believing a different version of yourself, daring to be, because I dared to dabble in watercolor.
But think about it.
Yeah.
As little children,
Mm-hmm.
we believe in the game of make-believe, that if you can believe it, you believe you can make it happen. And why not? I love that you call your podcast The Brave Table, because what I love is the word courage. Courage comes from the root kur, heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it means to go forward with your heart in your mouth at times of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. And that's what really called to me, looking at my mother, looking at John F. Kennedy. They were courageous leaders going forth with their heart in their mouth in times of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. And that's what called to me. And that's why epic is daring to be and do. So the farthest that I could think at 8 was 10 years later at 18 when I was going to go to college. Well, I ended up on a path to studying languages and then studying Russian in college. And my first job was a diplomat in the Soviet Union when I was 21.
Wow.
Telling America's story to 10,000 Soviet citizens every day.
Oh, wow.
But that sort of came out of this idea at 8, and this idea that if I could believe it, I could make it happen, and that I had the agency to do that, even if you don't know how to make it happen.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that game. I'm now 70, so I play that game every 10 years and think about, okay, what do I want to dare to be and do in a way that helps me be the leader that I'm called to be at home, at work, and in the world?
Oh gosh. Well, so I love that, because I love that it kind of alludes to the work that you do now, because I mean, you at 70, that's incredible, because I feel like you're like a role model to me in terms of like how I want to show up in my vitality and my energy and how my contribution is. And, take us through, because you actually help people rediscover and define the game they want to play, in their best decade. So can you talk to us a little bit about that and how that actually came to be?
Yes. Well, throughout my professional career, I was a diplomat, then I was an international banker, then a Wall Street banker, then a management consultant, a professor, a philanthropist, but I also was a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, and now a grandmother of 8.
Wow.
So what I would say is I've had the opportunity to both play in a man's world, in male-dominated industries, being sort of one of the first. But all the time I felt my real job was to sort of be an urban guerrilla, like stirring the pot for women and historically underrepresented groups.
Wow.
In order for them to be all that they could be, because I saw them being undervalued, underappreciated, undersupported. And it began to hit me that women and historically underrepresented groups, every time they try to lean into their power, connected to their purpose, they get pushed back by the dominant power structure, whatever that might be.
Sure.
And that we have spent so much time compromising and navigating and putting so much energy into how will other people feel? Like, how will we make other people comfortable with us?
Mm.
And when I began to share my decade game with just all the women I would work with, and I can't tell you, I used to have a progression. When I was a partner at a large consulting firm, I would have a progression of really talented, really wonderful women coming into my office and finally saying, you know what, Carolyn, I don't think I want to be a partner.
Mm.
And my reaction was, oh, well, tell me about the partner you don't want to be, because chances are I don't want to be that partner either. And what I realize is that we all have this story of archetypal story of what leaders look like, act like, and behave like.
Right.
And that's fiction.
See you next time at the Brave Table.